Hello everybody, today I'm going to be working on this Hornbeam Raft, which actually been in this pot since about 2015, I think, so a long time. Yeah, this is my preferred front at the moment. I'm going to be putting it into this large black oval pot and doing some trimming back of the roots, checking to see whether the tree has actually grown roots at these junctions where the branches are touching the ground. Essentially, my vision for this tree was a tree that had blown over in a storm. This was the original base just here. The roots, if you've ever seen a tree that has been blown down, they have a big plate of roots sticking out of the ground. That's been weathered away, and the branches have slowly taken root. First thing I'm going to do is start removing some of these old leaves, just so that I can actually see the structure, and then once I've done that, that's when I'm going to get it out of the pot and see if we can see what the roots are looking like. This, yeah, the black pot I had it was a Christmas present, and it's not the sort of pot I would have chosen for myself necessarily, in that it was it's a curving pot. The sides are curved, which makes repotting trees quite difficult in future years, but I actually think, I look at this tree and it reminds me of almost like a copse of trees that as a child your parents would tell you not to go in, don't go near. It's where the boogeyman might live. So I think it'll actually look quite good, this tree in the black pot. So yeah, so I'm going to keep taking these leaves off and then we'll come back and have a little look. Okay, so that's got most of the leaves off. Most of them are ready to fall off anyway, so this is I think this is going to be my preferred front. So realistically, let's see if we can just clean up the old trunk in a minute so you can see where the old trunk began. So this was originally just a tree that I was training, and decided it wasn't really going anywhere. It was a bit one-sided, and I decided just to go with the whole, the tree's been blown down, the branches are becoming separate trunks, and yeah, like I say, it's been in this seed tray now since 2015, I think it was. There's a playlist and you can check out on to see the work that's been done each year with this tree. Some of the trunks have been wired, but for the most part this has been done without wiring. There's another trunk here at the back, which I wired. So yeah, it's a question of now eliminating some of the faults with this tree, and there are a few. As with all trees, they don't always grow the way you want them to grow, and sometimes they grow entirely the wrong direction. Here, for example, I have, let me see, essentially 1, 2, 3, 4 branches all coming out of the same spot on the trunk. One of them is coming directly towards the viewer if this is the front, and I guess I need to make a decision. See, if this is the front, then that becomes a back branch, and that's okay. If this is the front, then yeah, no, I've lost my train of thought. Let's go back. If this is the front, that becomes a back branch, and that's okay. But if that's the front, then it's not okay. No, I like this front. You may be looking at it and you may be screaming at me to your computer monitor, no, the other one, but beauty's in the eye of the beholder, as they say, and yeah, this is my preferred front. So I'm going to start with this obvious problem, and I'm going to remove that, and I'm going to remove this one. Clean up that stub. Okay, so that leaves me two. I'm going to lose this one. It does give me more scarring at the front of the tree, but as I say, there's another little branch trying to come through there as well. My image in my head of this is it's a haunted copse. It's where the troll from under the bridge went to live after the 3 billy goats gruff kicked him out. And see if we can't. I'm going to use a double wrap of this 0.5mm aluminium wire, and just very roughly I'm going to bring this branch down, give it a bit of shape. Okay, I'm happy with that. Now I just want to take off this piece which is now sticking up and just shorten that branch back. Yeah. And stub there. Yeah, I don't know how well you can see this, but here we have a side branch of the original trunk which has grown up and then has headed out, and I think I'm just going to, do I lose it or do I bring it up through the middle? This is the question I'm asking myself. I think I want to leave the centre a bit open, so I'm actually going to lose that branch entirely. Not that I don't like the haunted glade aspect, which, you know, the troll's house, but I just think for the health of the tree, having the centre a little bit open, it will be beneficial. Right then, let's see. So, not as root bound as I would have expected after this many years in the pot, but it's got some good healthy roots which have gone round and round. I have no idea what that blue is. Very strange. So, anyway, out comes the root hook, and we'll start working the roots. And this is the end where the original roots were. I have a big lump of root there, which I think I'll probably need to eliminate if it's going to go into the new pot I've chosen. This is where I need to be a bit careful, because I definitely do seem to have roots coming off this, what was a branch, yes, there. I really don't know how well you can see that, but this was a wire peg that I used to hold the branch down into the soil so that it could root. Okay, there's the hook from there. So I'll keep going and come back. This is turning into quite a long video, so I will spare you the tedium of watching me completely rake out all these roots. I'm going to rake it out best I can, and then I'm going to give them a good wash, and then we'll come back and look at that point. Okay, so that's the roots all washed off, and here we are with my perspective front. As I'd hoped, all these individual branches have rooted, so which is good. This is the old part of the root ball, and this one hasn't rooted as solidly, but that's okay, because I think the tree will be quite happy getting itself down into the new pot. Snipping away. And then give it another comb out. Let's have a look here. Okay, so I'm going to lose this knot at the end. Not really going to add too much to the tree, and it's going to make it easier to get into the oval pot. Okay, well, that is actually quite a lot more of the root than I anticipated, but that's okay. We've still got plenty more. So I'm just going to clean off some of this moss that's left on the trunk. Okay, so I've got the pot, and I've put in some bonsai soil, and also added some of these granules. Cooper seems to have decided that he's coming in, making himself a nuisance. He can't get through there, Coops. You'll have to go back round. There's no room at the end. Oh my dear. Where are you going? You're just going to be difficult. You're just going to look at me. Come on, let me out. Good boy. I don't know what he thinks "let me out" means, but it works every time. He's gone. He's giving me a bit of space to work. Okay, so I missed a long piece there. Let's just think I'm going to have to maybe take a little piece. Yeah, I am going to have to take some of these pieces off. Oops, nearly lost it. Okay, that's better. The tree will now fit in the pot. Just, I'm going to have to shorten that piece off entirely, I think. Like so. It's a squeeze. It's definitely a squeeze, but I think it's going to look all right. Yeah, no, I'm happy with that. So let's put a bit more soil in, as my levels were definitely on the low side. I was forgetting for a moment then that just how deep this place is. Okay, so this is my proposed front. A little bit more because I want to keep as much of the trunk elevated as possible. So that it's kind of clear that it was a tree that has fallen, but essentially says, you know what, you ain't killed me yet, nature. So try and get all these roots down into the pot. Make sure it gets right in underneath this trunk. You can see, I hope, as I'm doing that, more of the trunk is becoming exposed as the level of the compost settles. So okay, so I'm filming this last bit on my phone as the battery's gone in the camera. But yeah, this is the tree in its new pot. From the front, give you a 360, and I can see a problem just there. That's facing back into the centre of the tree. But yeah, so there we have it. It's my Hornbeam Raft, pruned, repotted into its new pot, and ready for the troll to move back in. So thank you very much for watching, and take care of yourselves.